And greetings, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Division D matchup between Dirk Throws These and your math teachers. Alongside me tonight, I have my lovely and talented co-caster, Wraithling. Wraithling, how in the heck are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
No complaints, no complaints. I'm sitting at home watching video games, so it don't get much better than that. So we have the teams assembled, and I think they are indicated that they're ready. So we are going to go ahead and get this into motion and start the game. We will be starting off on Towers of Doom. Math teachers have won the uh, coin flip and they have elected to take the map. So Dirk, I will be picking first and we'll see what we see. I don't know anything about these teams. They're both new to NGS, so it's a mystery bag.
Yep, lucky us. We've gone 2 for 2 with at least one new team. This one, both new teams, so
It's,
exciting.
it's like when you reach into the bag of suckers and you pull out the one that's mystery flavors. But you know what? Even if you don't know what it is, it's usually delicious. So I think this will be a delicious matchup. Welcome to everyone who's watching on stream. Glad to have you here. Tell your friends, tell your enemies too, I guess. I don't know. Tell everyone. But we're going to have
Tell
some
your
fun here playing
friends,
HOTS.
tell your family, everybody, tune in and watch this exciting matchup.
Yep, so Wraithling and I can quit our day jobs.
Yep, it's only a matter of time before this income takes
So,
over our day job.
so the Rhaegar band, not quite that expected, but not a bad band. He's solid. Um, Zul, I kind of expect him to be first band material for a lot of the season in NGS. We'll see if that gets adjusted with a balance patch anytime soon. And Johanna, also good first round band material because she's just so good at everything. She has no weaknesses. She feels no remorse. She cannot be stopped. She has a D.
Now we're looking at Kel'Thas available. Uh, and they say no thanks. We'll take Garage.
Not my word, Chief, but they're happy to see him there.
You know, I see a lot around that Garage did nothing wrong.
Ah, well, you're wrong about that. We'll talk about that off stream. I got some literature I need you to read. But in the meantime, we see Greymane and Malfurion.
Kel'Thas is still available. Looking in chat, both of these teams are new. These are both new teams to NGS.
Yeah, I believe Durka throws. Does it Durka D throws? I'm just gonna call him Durka. They have three members. I'm not sure which three that have done some Heroes Lounge, but this is their first season in NGS. So welcome to NGS, everyone. Glad to have you aboard. It's a lot of fun over here. I like it. So we get Jaina and Stukov. So we could have a small circle and a large circle potentially. The math teachers, you think they would love that? Any kind of geometry things. They could go double healer and get Deckard and just lull the math teachers into a geometry stupor. That might be a good strategy. It also might not be a good strategy though. So,
I'm definitely expecting to see Hanzo.
oh, I see what you did there.
Uh,
I tip
uh.
I tip my hat to you and I say, well played, Wraithling. Well played.
Maybe, and then they can hit them with the one-liners like maybe the geometry's not so simple after all.
Yep. Oh, I've already I've got one joke spooled up and ready to go. We'll see how long it takes me to bust it out there, but I'm waiting for it. There's the Kael'thas you've been looking for with the Anubarak. We've got two raid bosses in the game. Actually, three raid bosses because you get to kick Malfurion's butt at 1.2, or you save him. Or all I know is you had to do damage to him. It's been a long time though.
Incredible.
Oh wait, no, that's four raid bosses. Kael'thas is a raid boss too. Jaina is a raid boss. Holy crap! Is there anyone in this game who's not a raid boss?
You're real.
Yep. So that's a very interesting comp over there with the Medivh. I'm very interested to see how that plays out. That's my X factor right there. I never know what to expect from Medivh, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. Should be exciting. You never know. It's like a bag of Skittles.
And we finish it off with Malthael.
Hmm. Okay. Oh, okay.
So whose draft do you like better here, Wraithling?
Um, I'm gonna give it a little bit to math teachers, I think. You know, like you said, it's too much unknown with Medivh whether or not that's gonna pay off, and without knowing the players, I just have to. I feel like there's a lower burden of execution for the math teachers draft.
You know, I'm going to go with Derk just to be contrary because I think that Medivh, you don't play against him very often and you're not expecting him. And I think there's going to be a little bit of, okay, what are we supposed to do about these portals going on? Maybe not. Maybe they're used to playing against Medivh. But I know personally in my games, I don't like to see him on my team or on the other team just because I'm not familiar with him. So, oh, do you notice the portrait synergy on the left? I appreciate that very much.
Only they were in order.
Well, they probably couldn't help that.
Prepare yourself for battle.
Okay, so let me introduce Dirk of these throws. We have MBB on the Grosh, Fizzle on the Stukov, Dirk on the Jaina, Root Beer Guy on Urel, and Chills on the Medivh. And you want to introduce the math teachers for us?
Yeah, and for your math teachers, we have Coyote Stark on the Nubarak,
The battle
Kazan
begins in
on the Malthael, Mzez on our Kalthos, Inti on our
5,
Greymane,
4,
and
3,
Rico Hime
2,
on
1.
Malfurion.
Let the battle begin.
All right, looks like both teams are going to send 5 out to the middle. So let's see what the opening ceremonies have in store as we kick this one off.
Yeah, you know, Medivh wants to get stacks here, try to get a few stacks on his Master's Touch. Garage didn't take Warbreaker, so no stacks there. Oh, good throw on
Malfurion.
Malfurion.
He's gone. Tried to get a throw onto maybe Nubrak there, but didn't happen. But Malfurion is first blood. Let me pop out those talents again. So we have Jaina, Kalthos, and Nubrak all contesting for the globes in our stacking quest. Medivh took Portal Mastery. Interesting. So in the top lane, Urel versus Greymane. I think Urel probably has the advantage if she chooses to press it. We'll have to see how that plays out. And
Yep, with a talent like Portal Mastery, you can pretty much expect to see some wild portal business.
So Jaina able to take the camp all by herself while Medivh just kind of does bird things and watches. He jumps in to help. And the math teachers taking their camp. So a lot of emphasis will be placed on that bottom lane, as we expect. Oops, sorry about that.
Jaina's all grown up as she starts taking her camps on her own.
No. Didn't even need her 4.
Got a fun matchup in the top. Looks like the heroes are basically ignoring each other and just killing minions. Not much else to expect there, I suppose.
Well, we do have, well, maybe we have a Fracas here, but no, everyone's... Oh, we do have the throw onto Inti, the Greymane. He is able to roll away, though. And MBB takes that portal back to safety. He comes back in with Warbringer, trying to kill those pumpkins so they don't make it to the wall. I think, no, one of them gets free. Well, they all, no, 2 of them got killed, so one of them actually hit the wall. So minimal damage done there. And we didn't do any damage to the other wall, so it's still standing.
I'd like to see the offlaners getting both lanes if they can. They're kind of just at a stalemate on top. Maybe could open up some more kill potential. Oh, Jaina caught out.
Jaina not looking good there. Are you ready for this Wraithling? She sure got schooled there. I've been waiting to bring that one out.
That was incredible.
So we got the triple altar that we always have to start off this game. So we'll see. Usually teams take their 2 top altars and then contest the bottom one perhaps. But it looks like math teachers are going to get the bottom one by themselves. And it looks like they're going to get a 2-1 here.
If the minions doing work interrupted a Nubarak, he had to change positions.
This realm is mine.
check up on, I don't see Medivh's quest, do I? We'll take a quick peek at it. Medivh is at 13. Oh, Jane is on fire there. She's going to have to walk back just a hot second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing with playing the Medivh, if you get killed before you complete your stacks, you lose the progress. So, early game, probably gonna see him playing pretty passively.
So, not a lot of interaction between the teams. Kind of going top to bottom. Noob, he crossed the center line, but he's slowed. He's going to come right back. So it looks like they're just going to rotate mid, bottom, and take camps when they're up. So math teacher's taking their camp. Derk is going to be taking their camps here. Although Noobrek is coming in to maybe have something to say about that. I
Yeah,
do
it
see
looks
3
like he
members.
wants to take a steal.
Nice gravity lash from Kel'Thas there, and a nice long throw down by Malfurion, but Malfurion gets thrown on that pretty lawn, and he's not going to make it out, unfortunately.
That was a great rotate by Root Beer guy. Coming down, giving him the 5th, really helped make sure they got that kill and didn't lose that camp.
So we've got some red pumpkins marching to the blue side of the board. I think they're going to be able to get them out. Maybe one will sneak by. Nope, they're going to be able to kill them. And so we've got 2 altars. Usually you see most teams just go ahead and split them. I know in high level play, there's kind of an unwritten rule that you do not cross the center line to take an altar. Down here in Division D, it's more of a free for all. And Malfurion
These
is
guys didn't get the note there, going
Yep.
after Malfuria.
Yep. That lawn saved him. Oh, the nice throw on Kel'Thas. He's low. Is he going to get stunned again? No, he was able to walk away, but there are a lot of low red health bars. Malfurion gets a little bit of a heal there, so that self-healing really coming in handy for him. We get the nice stun, and then the throw from Urel, and she's in there deep, and on the other side of the fight, Greymane goes down, but it looks like Root Beer guy is going to go down, so Urel does not survive the engagement. Wow, so much stuff going on.
Yeah, it's a 4-on-4. I think if you're math teachers, you just want to back up and take this, stop the chase. Yeah,
And then
worked out.
at the end of the day, they both take their own altars, just like we expected.
Conversely, from Urel's rotation, I think it helped him get the kill, but it did set him back. They're behind nearly half a level of XP now.
Yep.
That rotation, she missed waves mid and top, while Malthael continued to soak, so that did set him back in that regard.
So he's up there grabbing the camp. Looks like Urel's content to let him have it or doesn't know. Oh, we have a lot of math teachers descending on the blue side of the map. So we do have 10s up. We've got the Cocoon, we've got the Pyroblast, the Tranquility, the Curse of Bullets, and Last Rites. And a noob gets thrown way deep, but he's got the burrow, so he's able to get out. We still don't have 10s for Derka yet, so they need to be careful about where they go.
Looking forward to seeing some good blow-ups here. I think Cursed Bullet with Last Rites really puts a lot of people into a danger zone there, getting killed immediately.
Oh, there's the Cocoon in the ley line, and the ring comes out. Everyone's still relatively healthy after that, but Jaina's going to have to get out. She's protected, but he kind of saved her there. Garage, unfortunately, is on fire, and he's not going to survive that. Although Noob gets credit for the kill, I give Kel'Thas a big fat assist there. Root Beer guy, he's able to absorb that, so he's going to walk away unscathed, barely.
Root Beer guy barely makes it out. That Last Rites went off. It was good timing by Malthael to make sure it didn't land on the absorb.
And math teachers taking advantage of their time here to take a camp on the opposite side of the map, and then they'll rotate back to the objective, and they all look fairly healthy. And a lot of mana. Noob's a little low, but he's there to anchor, and so that gives them a 32-24 lead.
It's a free objective at that point.
Medivh has to bail, but he used the portal, so he's able to get to safety. Nothing he can do, though, than become a bird and fly above this as the bottom left fort goes red. Fort Tower, Temple, Pumpernickel, whatever it's called.
Kel'Thas is after this next bottom camp. Just keep that pressure up on bottom lane, and really the key to this map.
They do get the boss for their trouble. I'm not sure I'd like the trade of boss for tower. If they're able to come back and get it fairly quickly before the next objective, then they don't lose anything. But if they're not able to get it back and they lose control of the bottom lane, then they're going to be trading 3 for 5 every objective, even if they split the tower. So it's kind of hard to come back when you lose that one. So they really need to get this tower back if they can, or push another tower top. But it's just Urel up there, so I don't think she'll be able to do that by herself. So we've got 4 of them down here, and
Yeah, I'm hesitant to say I don't like the play. I mean, it got him extra points.
yeah, it did.
Closed the gap on the score, so we'll see how this plays out.
All the Pyroblast Fizzle survives. The ring comes down, but there was a little bit of anti-synergy there with the ring and the ley line, and a noob goes way deep and is taken down. Garrosh is on fire and he's low, but he's able to make it back to the neutral zone, so I think he's going to survive. So that ends up being a 4v4 at the end of the day with 2 towers up. Let's pop up the talents here.
When you're playing against Kel'Thas, there's always lots of fire.
Yep. Did the change? Were there changes to his flame strike animation this patch? I think there were. It looks different to me.
Oh,
And,
I don't know.
and there's Greymane. I usually play with the Cyberhawk skin though, so it always looks different to me. Kel'Thas, or not Kel'Thas, Malthael gets a lot of damage out on Garrosh. He survives for the moment, but then Malfurion secures the kill. You're out with a nice knockback.
Yeah, just getting the heck out of dodge. I don't know. I feel like if you're Dark throws these, you really want to get a tower. Try to move out, maybe get top tower. Math teacher's doing a great job holding down this bottom.
Yeah, I think Urel was trying to knock a noob back into the void zone there, but a noob, a little too shifty for that. She wasn't able to pull it off. He probably would have been able to burrow out anyway, but it's a good effort. I like the thinking there. Uh-oh, and we have our first pause of the game. And
Looks like we have a little technical difficulty.
I'll take us back to the score screen just in case anyone's watching, so that they don't get any kind of an unfair advantage from looking at the map here, which we can see and no one else can. So what do you think so far? Is this match living up to everything you hoped and dreamed for?
You know, I'll be honest with you, when this game started out, I thought the Garrosh combo was going to lead to a lot of kills, and Derk was going to get up fast, but it seems like, you know, math teachers didn't let that get them phased, and they, you know, stuck to the plan and put pressure on bottom. And, you know, I said it was a good rotation, but I think ultimately that rotation by Urel to stop that camp steal may have been what put him behind. Kind of been hard for them to get back into the game from what they lost from being down level 10.
And you mentioned the Garrosh. We did see, wasn't there a throw on Malfurion for first blood? I think he got involved in that, so I thought maybe he's going to be a beast. But you know, there's still a long way to go in this map. If there's any map you can survive being down a little bit and come back for, this is the map. So
Absolutely.
I've seen teams lose the first 3 altars on this map and come back to win it in NGS. I've seen it twice because we've managed to do it twice. Okay, oops, and we're back, so let's get back into the game. Jane had to take a little break, but she's back now. And we're back in the bottom lane. Oh, nice throw there, nice throw. Not quite back into the neutral zone, though. The ring goes out. Fizzle,
Big
I think
ring.
the Pyroblast is, the Pyroblast is going to take him out. Noob is low.
Heard the pumpkin sappers go off, so they got in.
Oh, nice throw, nice throw. Noob's able to dive out, but he had to burn that burrow.
Yep, nobody lost. It was a good engage. You know, I think one of the hardest things to do whenever you're on towers and you've lost your bottom fort is to, especially if you're not able to start winning the fight, is to just give it up and do something else. I think it's the hardest thing, but probably one of the most important things to do is just try to go get some value elsewhere.
So the math teachers have 16. We do not have 16 for Derk of these throws yet. They are close. They've got about 2/3 of a level to go. So they're down a little bit of their disadvantage. That tower is hitting Garage. He's able to get back to safety. Oh, I don't. Ooh, the protect
Oh,
might have saved him there. I'm not sure. However, Jaina not
clutch
so
Medivh.
lucky. Yep.
Alright, so we've got 3 towers. Middle, Alfurian's already on it. This one's gonna go to the math teachers. Are the math teachers gonna get greedy and try to go for all of them?
Well, if they
Looks like
do, it's the end of the game. And Urel trying to fight for her life there. She's safe, but she's low. And is she going to get a kill? No, she's not going
was
to
it?
get the Grey Mane. I think if they lose this tower, this might be the game. They have to do something about that last tower because there are enough shots in there to end the game easily. So they're going to have to hustle and get over there. And I don't think they can do anything. They don't have any kind of a long range like an owl or anything. So that is going to end the game. And that's
Did
going
you
to
see
give the
that
victory.
garage cocoon to save that gray mane though?
Yeah, it was clutch.
Incredible.
It was very nice.
Incredible.
A lot of action in all those team fights. Couldn't keep up there.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's take a look at the post game here. So 8-5 in kills. Not a lot of deaths on either side. Kalthas, if I'm going to give someone the MVP, I'm going to give it to Kalthas. He was participant in all 8 of the takedowns, led in damage. Um, Malthiel with the 0 deaths. That's always nice to see. Anyone else you want to call out here while we're looking at stats, Raceling?
You know, like you said, it's just hard when you've got a Kael'thas on the enemy team. You really gotta watch those bombs. He brought to the table what he was supposed to, so good gold star for that.
Yep. I don't think we're going to see Kalthas in the next game. That's just that's a prediction that I'm going to make right now. So let me come over and we'll give a point to the math teachers, and then we'll see where we are going next. Checking with the teams here. And they're going to take map pick, and we'll see where they want to go. And we'll create them a lobby, and we will get it started.
Yep, you know, we may see Kael'thas on the other team. Eh?
Possibly. We're going to go to Battlefield of Eternity, so let me get that queued up for them.
Excellent.
Battlefield of Eternity. You want to throw the lobby link out there for me, Wraithling, since you're better at it than I am?
We'll absolutely do that.
And let me go mark the map correctly. So we're going to Battlefield of Eternity, and that was picked by them. So I believe we are up to date. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out to watch the stream tonight. You've got a variety of other things you could be doing on your Saturday nights. Maybe not so many these days, but there's still other things you could have been done, other games you could have been playing, other casts you could have been watching. So we are appreciative that you are here.
But here you are, and they like us. They really like us.
Did you go Sally Field there? Because if so, I think we just became
What do you
best
think?
friends. That was
What
very,
do you
very
think?
nice. I like it.
If only we could get these guys lined up in numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be hot.
Oh,
Fortunately, I don't think you can do that in here, can you?
no, you can't drag. They'd have to actually enter in the exact right order, and I don't think everyone watching the stream wants to wait 20 minutes while we manage to file them in the right order. So I see a 1, a 3, a 4, and a 5 in here. So if I think we're missing a 2, if my caster math is correct. So we're still AWOL 1, 2. So we'll be
Yes.
going to Battlefield of Eternity next. I'll
I
be
need to
interested.
consult my math teachers to make sure we've got our numbers ordered up correctly
Yeah,
here.
if anyone could tell you that, they would be able to. So we go to Battlefield of Eternity here. I'm always interested during the draft for this. Do you draft for the team fight, do you draft for the burn? I think it's one of the maps that has the most maybe black and white. You can do this or you can do that, and both strategies are equally viable. You just have to make sure you draft the team and execute that. Don't draft the burn team and then try in the team fights, vice versa. Oh, root beer guy.
Oh, we do have two in here. He's hiding on the other team.
Yes, he is. So I
We're
apologize for that.
missing somebody. Oh, real quick, you might want to set up our tournament draft and such.
Oh, you don't think they want to do a first come first served draft? It would definitely be interesting.
We could ask. We could always ask.
That was so Dirk of these throws. Picked a BOE. That means the math teachers will be picking the first hero. And still waiting on one more to get in. So chat, what did you guys think about that first game? Did you like it? Anything you didn't like about it? Any commentary? Let us know. Bring your hot takes to Wraithling and myself.
Oh, looks like we have a celebrity in the chat. Moist Weenus has joined us.
Well, we have a celebrity caster. We also have someone from way up, ranks way above Division D. Deribo is here, so a tip of the hat to Deribo. Thanks for coming down to watch us do our craziness in Division D. And
Howdy!
and it looks like everyone is here. So let's see if they're ready. One team is ready. Still waiting on the second team. And then we'll get going. I know we're not supposed to root for a team really during the cast, but I'm kind of rooting for Dirk of these throws simply because that means we get to watch more HOTS and we get a third game. All right, teams are ready, so let's crank it up, folks. Battlefield of Eternity, Dirk of these throws, and the math teachers.
Is it Derk of these throws or Derk throws these?
Have I been getting that wrong the whole time? It is Dirk throws these. I've been completely wrong. My apologies, everyone. If you want to start the cast, we can go back and play that first game again, and just so I can get all my references
Yeah.
right.
We'll make sure every play down to the T.
That's why my title is Amateur Caster. They
You
hate.
know, speaking of amateur, you might get a man. I was going somewhere with that. I promise. Um,
Well,
what's the guy with the amateur opponent? I was trying to make a tie-in. I just totally lost it.
okay,
Just forget
I'll
it.
give you a hint. He's a Protoss.
Yeah, yeah,
Spear of Adun.
yeah. You got
My life for ire. Chat.
Artanis.
Yeah, there you go. Chat
Okay,
said I gotta
let's
have
go
to say.
back in time. Speaking of amateur, you might get an Artanis with amateur opponent on this map.
Oh, well played, well
Eh?
played.
Eh?
So we see the Rhaegar band. They don't want to see him the second game either, and we see the Johanna band. Although I think it was Dirk throws these that banned them the first game, right?
Yes.
So she's a popular target. So Kel'Thas was
Oh.
kind of a beast in the first game. Do we see a Kel'Thas band here?
Not now. I think if you're, if you're Dark Throws, you want to leave him out and try to pick him first pick. If they don't plan on taking him, they should definitely ban him, in
Well, no,
my professional
but
opinion.
but but they don't pick first. The math teachers pick first. So
Oh, they should have banned him.
Kel'Thas will be open. That's how I was getting
This
at.
makes
Nope, they take Zul. We had a situation
okay.
like that last night. Do you ban Zul or do you ban Kel'Thas? Do you take the left poison or do you take the right poison? Maybe the poison that's in front of me is really the poison I put in front of you, and then everyone's mind is blown.
So who's getting poisoned?
Uh, well, at level 10, everyone's going to get poisoned. You get a poison, you get a poison. Look under your chair, everybody gets a poison. So we get the Malfurion and we get the Valis, so that kind of hints to me that they are going to be committing to the burn a little bit. Not necessarily, but that that could be just a straight up Q build. Bala, set your field and set your feet and just pew 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 and kill that stupid thing.
Yeah, good burn character. So looks like they're maybe looking to try and burn down these immortals quickly.
I bring the mega death.
ETC and Ana. Well, this isn't traditionally a big Kel'Thas map, but I would like to see him get banned. I mean, I don't think you want to play against him ever,
Yeah.
even if it's not his map.
Yeah, I think Zol's kind of the same way. I mean, he'll help you out as the immortal, but you don't think of him as, oh, I'm going to burn the immortal down. But he's just such a good all-around good hero. I think Kel'Thas does indeed fit that mold. Ming also good, and Ming a little bit of a burner here if you build her correctly. So that's a good band too, I think, and especially with Anna over there. I don't want to see an Anna boosted Ming, but then do you want to see an Anna boosted Kel'Thas? Probably not.
Would be nice to see. I'm curious what a nano boosted Zul looks like, to be honest with you.
Would that make his curse strikes faster? No, because are those auto attacks?
It's part of the spell, right? It would be. I mean, they get faster. If you take that talent.
But would it make it that much faster?
I don't know.
You could have a constant. We got to do that for science. We'll be going to a custom game after this, folks. We'll get you the answers that you need. Raynor, another good burner here. Kel'Thas with the last pick for the math teachers. And let's see who Derk throws these. See what they want to do to finish off the draft. And Punk Pirate in chat tells us curse strikes are auto attacks. That's what I thought. He just gets faster. There you go. It's called Artanis, Wraithling.
Artanis. Artanis.
There you go.
I don't know, man. I still feel like I'm gonna have to give this one again slightly to your math teachers. They kind of got the deck stacked.
Yeah, I think with the Raynor and the Kel'Thas, I'm a little worried about Derk throws these this game too. So we'll see what they can do though. Alright, so here we go. Teams are loading up. And we will get into game 2. Math teachers looking to close it out and get the domination. Derk throws these looking to send us to that awesome third game, and we get to cast some more hots. So get your popcorn. Should be an entertaining matchup here.
I've got a better one for you. Here we go into game 2 where your math teachers try to send Derk throws these to detention.
Oh, very nice. I like it, Wraithling. I like it very much. So after I recover from that horrible joke, I'll introduce the teams. On the left, for Derk Throwsies, we have Fizzle on Malfurion, Derk on Vala, MBB 424 on Muradin, Chills on Maiev, and Root Beer Guy on Artanis. And for the math teachers, take it away.
For Zul, we've got playing Kazan. On Ana, we've got Rikuhime. We've got Imzez on Kel'Thas. We got Inti on Raynor. And we have Coyote Stark on ETC, and that is your math teachers.
Alright. So the top, we're going to have Artanis versus Zul. That's kind of what I expected. Muradin went Perfect Storm, so he'll be stacking those Qs. Kind of an unusual talent pick, except on this map, the extra damage to the Immortal is not insignificant, so I like it on this map very much.
Yeah, I wonder if he takes Sledgehammer to give himself some more burn ability.
Yeah. I would kind of expect it with that pick, but we'll have to see how they play it. And
I think you need to say Chill's full name. I feel like you've really gypped him out by not giving the full name.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Is it XIX Chills? XIX
Chills.
Or is it Ziz Chills Ziz? I mean, there are a couple ways. So I apologize to the entire Chills family there. Oh, look at you. Look at the big brain.
Wow.
You count almost as well as a math teacher. There, I said it.
That was some pretty fun play to watch with the Mayo dipping in, getting the umbral bindings, and then pulling them into a long.
So the other stacking quest we have, Kael'thas went Mana Addict, so he's the same Kael'thas. So that's good. So he'll be looking for ETC to grab him globes. ETC went block party instead of prog rock to collect globes. With the Val over there, I really like the block party. I think he's going to get a ton of value out of that. He's in the root, but he escapes.
Just checking on top lane, it looks like Artanis, as you might expect, may be having a little bit of problem dealing with Zool. Looks like he's just trying to freeze this lane out and hang out here.
And Zool is just trying to go and take those towers. He'll chunk them down a little bit with every wave, so eventually he'll take one down. Let's head back down to the bottom lane here. We have Raynor going to start the mid camp, and Derk throws these they've already taken their mid camp. Would be surprised to see him come and rotate down on the bottom camp. Vala takes an XQ talent. That's not surprising. That's kind of the anti-standard Vala build on this map. So mid camps are taken for both teams. ETC is kind of scoping this out, but he's alone, and Muradin with a little bit of a body block, but ETC is able to power slide to safety there.
I don't think we mentioned it, but Raynor did take the Exterminator, so he's going to be the burn for the math teacher. He's got good burn. He should be able to get some traction on that.
Yep, Ace in the Hole is good, but I like Exterminator on this map. It's if you're going to play for the burn and not for the team fight, I think that's probably the one to go with. Derk throws these. Wow, this is a really, really even race. I think Derk is ahead a little bit.
Yep, I think this is going to be an even race until about 7 when Valo... Oh, and we got our first blood. Looks like they took a rotation onto that Zool.
I completely missed that. I apologize, everyone.
It just came out of nowhere, really.
So Derk throws these. Is going to go back and play a little bit of defense here. It wouldn't surprise me to see them clog up the lane, and if Vala can get up quickly and just burn the rest of it herself. There's only 3,300 health left on their Immortal, though they're going to have to really make sure no one gets near it. Doing a fairly good job of zoning, but here comes Xan. Knows he's got to bail out.
Mr. Amateur opponent himself is burning down this Immortal quite nicely with the help of Vala.
So Maya does go down, but she's able to provide enough of a distraction that they are able to get the Immortal with a whopping 522 shield on it. So it's not going to be super powerful, but better to have a weak Immortal than to have an Immortal bearing down in your face. So that's a good win no matter how you cut it. And it's going to be going to the top lane, which Zool has softened up the other way, but the red wall is still pretty intact here, so I don't expect them to get much more than maybe the wall out of this.
Yeah, same. Raynor just now showing up to the party, but this thing's going to go down even faster now that he's here.
So we've just flipped the map over right now. The bottom lane has become the solo lane as Artanis and Zool are locked in Mortal Kombat in that bottom lane. Let's check in on that. Zool's a little bit low here. Artanis is kind of carrying it for a moment, but that might change. We'll keep an eye on that. We do have 7s being taken here. Zool.
Cautious of this rotate.
Yep. So he is going like a Curse Strikes build, it looks like.
Yeah, probably the best build given the team he's up against. How's Muradin doing on his stacks? 14? Not bad. God, he did take Sledgehammer to give him that
so
extra
15,
damage
but yeah, 22 on the Stormbolt quest because he gets the extra ones there. So top lane looking pretty even after that Immortal there. There's just a sliver of health on that turret. Bottom lane looks like Kael'thas really wants his camp. He's anxious. Artanis is going to come down. Zool going to come back and flank Artanis. I think this could be trouble, but well, he's got Vala with him. That might be trouble for Zool actually.
No.
Oh.
Oh no.
Is he going to get out? I don't. Oh, I guess he is. Everyone,
His team shows up.
all the math teachers are in there, and they do take the camp, and they take Artanis' life, and they're looking for 19. Shows 19 as well. She's able to jump away though. Nice lawn, but not able to secure another kill.
That
Zool, are
made me
they?
nervous.
A nice Stormbolt might be. No, I don't think they're going to be able to get him.
I laughed, I cried. It's a roller coaster of emotion.
Okay, so we have the Immortal up. No one touching yet, except Vala is going to burn that, doing her job. She went, yeah, she went straight Q build so far. Not unexpected.
Yeah, this is where Vala really takes off in the burn, I believe.
Yeah, Artanis did go amateur opponent, right? Yeah, of course he did.
And, you know, the more she gets on that Q quest stacks, the faster she can burn, so look to see her try to start completing that.
10's not here for anybody yet. They'll be up for Derk Proceed just a shade in front. A root beer guy very, very low. Artanis has to back out a little bit. Maev with a nice pull, pulls fuel back to her, but I think that might be her downfall.
Ooh.
She's going to go down. Anna hits her, shoots her right in the face. You hate to see that. If I may
Lots
steal a
of interrupt
catchphrase.
on her. She just wasn't quite able to escape once she got in.
That was a nice route the Malfurion threw down. No one got caught in it, but I think it zoned very well. And everyone took a step back and said, nope, not me, I'm not going there. So, nice play. I like that. Oh, ETC really low. He's able to power slide out though, but lots of blue circles you gotta watch out for. You also have to watch out for Muradin, because that dude's carrying a big hammer and he will kill you. And that's what happened there.
His hammer's getting bigger by the minute.
Oh.
Yeah, in the back line.
So that gives the Immortal over to the math teachers, but only 2 of them are going to be there to celebrate. Let's pop up the 10s here. So we see the Mosh, we do get the Nano Boost. Kel'Thuz's the thinking about it. We see the Hyperion, and we see Skeletal Mages, so maybe everyone isn't going to get a poison here. And we see the Tranquility for Furion. We see Rain of Vengeance, Avatar, Suppression Pulse, and Warden's Cage. So those are our ults.
I have to say I did not expect to see Skeletal Mages here. I was really thinking it'd be poison.
Hyperion comes out. I think that's probably going to secure the building for them. Phoenix comes out just to make sure. Oh, the Mosh.
Interrupted. Well,
He-
you know, I don't fault him for trying it. There's several people on that team that can interrupt his mosh, but you know, what good is the mosh if you don't ever use it?
And he was able to walk away. I was a little worried for him. So all 4 camps are up. Let's see what they do. Oh, Zol gets swapped out. Does he have another Q in him? Nope, he wasn't able to get that that strike in. So Zul is going to go hide behind his building and Hearth out, but that does leave the top lane open for camp taking. In the meantime, the math teachers have taken the bottom camp, and they are looking at that keep wall. So I think they're okay with giving up that top camp. You know, you trade. You don't have to defend everything. If they take something, you take something else.
Would you say that Zul returned to the teacher's lounge?
I think he did. I think he did, and I think you did say that. So, well played. Oh, there's the Warden's Cage.
Very, very good. Many people stuck. Still didn't get much out of it, unfortunately.
Let's not speak so soon. I think if he gets a Stormbolt off, ETC might go down. I think it was on cooldown.
ETC took a long nap there. Several stuns back to back. Credit to Ana for keeping him alive there.
Yeah, the CTC's gotten away with some spiciness a couple different times. It probably is up to Anna to keep him alive, so tip of the hat to her. Excuse me, teams taking their camps right before the Immortal, like you expect. We do have 13s here. Muradin go Bronzebeard Rage. He is still thinking about it. And 13s are just here for the math teachers.
Well, you know, I keep saying it that oh no,
Three-man
All
mosh.
right into that mosh pit.
Are they all going to survive? Murden's really low. No, Bartanis isn't going to survive, and Val's not going to survive, and I think they need to back out, or they're going to lose someone else too.
That was
So
a good mosh.
that'll free them up to just rip some mortar right down. So they'll go to halftime very quickly. I think the other team will be up just as halftime expires.
Math Teachers has top lane pressure with the shaman camp pushing. Uh, you know, if your Derk throws these, it's always a tough call whether you clear this, whether you go try to get a little bit of an immortal burn.
And if you're the math teachers, you just want this to take long.
Yep.
You might actually consider slowing down on the mortal. But then again, the bigger the shield, the better. So they probably just want to rip it down. Looks like that's what they're going to do. So that's probably what I would do too. No
Yeah,
sense,
I
no
think
sense
you
trying
want
to
as
be.
big a shield as you can possibly get, the better. So
You could out clever yourself there and try to be just a little too big brained. So I think they did the right thing.
Zul's just split pushing, taking it in, gonna try and get some damage on this bottom keep.
So Artanis is having to go down and deal with Zul. He's got an amateur opponent, which is really nice to hurt the Immortal, but he is occupied elsewhere. So Zul doing a really, really good job of pulling Artanis away and causing him not to be there to defend the Immortal. So they've got just a 4v4 up here. Definitely getting his value.
Absolutely. Of course, now you have to play a little safer if you're the Zul. You don't want to get into tower range and be wailing on the Arcanist, or you're going to get pretty much wrecked by that tower.
And that's bye-bye to the top keep.
Oh, huge pull.
Is she going to take anyone down, though?
You need a little bit of damage in the pit of that Warden's cage.
How do you like your steak? I hope you like them well done. Because ETC is done. Oh, the shield on Kel'Thas. I mean, okay, so they did kill both of them. I wasn't sure if they were going to kill anyone, but oh, nice sleep. She just saved her butt right there with that sleep.
Not bad.
So they lost the keep. They do have a 5v2 here, so I think if I'm them, I probably paint the map blue. It looks like that's what Val's going to need some help. She's very, very low. Artanis is going to clear that lane. We'll see if he goes going to take the camp. 16s are here. That's what they look like. If anyone's interested, Kel'Thas still thinking about his. Top camp goes. Bottom camp still not taken, but they're going to push top. Nope. There goes Artanis. He is going to take it.
I don't see any reason why top 4 is still around after this.
Yeah.
No, they let the lane pushed in. They have no minion support. Wow. That's unfortunate to get pushed in like that, have no minion support. They really needed somebody clearing that wave up while they took the camp.
So Artanis does have the camp with him, but Zul is probably going to make short work of that. Uh-oh. Did Zul, did he send out an Evite? Because he brought the entire party. Although he's able to get out safe with the skeletal mages.
Oh, the Vala says it's not happening again. Interrupts that mosh immediately.
There goes the cow. There goes my Ev.
Zul is just so, in that W build, Zul will just be so hard to kill as long as people are near him.
Well, they got him that time though, and they're going to get more. Kel'Thas goes down. I think she's got to go down here, right? Yep, she goes down. Artanis with a nice cleanup. Oh, I think he swapped Rainer to safety, baby, but that was a good, I think that was a play you had to make.
Yeah, agree.
And that gives them a 4v1 for the Immortal. So Rainer's just going to burn off all the shield he can and stay safe. Yeah, he's going to seek out Murden. No, he's not going to chase Rainer. They're going to get the camp. I wonder if you'll see someone go back and take the back camp there.
Looks like they're going for a cheeky camp steal here. I don't know. Maybe if you've got amateur opponent with Vala, you want to just try and get a full shield immortal.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The downside to this is halftime has come and everyone will be up. I think they might have had a chance to burn this with halftime coming before the math teachers were up. I'm not sure if there was going to be that much of a difference though. And camp might get him some value though. I think the camp's already been burned down, so all it did was take it off the board.
Unfortunately, halftime put the immortal onto math teacher's side. That is unfortunately for Derk throws these anyway.
Phoenix
Miles
goes out,
trying to get
Hyperion.
it to full.
Oh, Artanis, you're low.
Artanis is dead. Now they've got a bit of a split between their tank and their backline, but obviously not an issue for them.
Oh, Zul's in
Zul's
trouble.
in a bit of trouble.
But look at him go. He's healing,
Come
healing,
on,
healing.
Immortal! Yeah, that Immortal stun was really gonna help him out, but he died too quickly.
Yeah.
So it looks like Maev is just trying to run some interference while Bala burns. No.
This should be it for the Immortal. Murden's doing a lot of damage. He's at 46 stacks.
Yeah. So Kel'Thas is really still panning out to be a big pain in the butt for them with all the living bombs he's putting on the team. Kind of spreading them out, making it difficult in the burning areas. You know, it's very tight quarters. It's hard for Derk throws these to really maneuver well.
So Artanis clearing up top. I expect him to just play goalie in that lane. Keep it nice and pushed out. In the meantime, we've got 4v5 here in the bottom, but they do have 20. That kind of evens it out. And the Mosh comes out. It was interrupted by something. I'm not even sure what interrupted it. I missed it, to be honest. And ETC goes down.
What 20 did Artanis take? Oh, he hasn't picked one yet.
While Zul was ready to go with the cursed strikes, and Murder did not hesitate. He just stepped up and he punched Zul right in the mouth.
Yeah, I like this a lot better with Artanis here. I think with them having 20s, he should have been here the whole time. Try to push for keep, even up the map.
So if you'd asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said, of course you take the keep. Now I think probably you take the keep. And don't touch a hero while the keep can see you, as Artanis is finding out as he has to walk back out of range. So they do take the keep, but it was a little more of an adventure than it would have been before the last patch. And they're not going to be able to end. They wisely back up.
Think better of going for the end. Yeah, the death timers were low. Probably the best idea.
So do we split and paint the map blue and then rotate someone to take the back camp? I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen. Artanis might clean that lane up first. That camp goes down in a heartbeat. Yeah, they're going to rotate to the back camp. Top camp, I hope Artanis didn't have designs on it because math teachers are there in force. So he needs to keep his head on a swivel right now. He's just going to safely get minions.
Yeah, it could be a dangerous situation with the Mosh and the slide. ETC power slide can just get you in a big bunch of trouble quick.
And math teachers decide with 20 they do not want to take that fight, so they leave the sneaky way and come out the back. Probably a very good decision there. And 20 is here.
The better part of Valor, not Vala.
So we got flamethrower, and he went ignite. Yep. So the bombs will be flying. Both teams taking their back camps. So do you think this Immortal wins it?
Man, I think if Derk throws these, it doesn't actually win it for him because it's got to go top lane. It's got to go through fort and keep.
I think if it's 100% shield, it absolutely wins the game. But if it's not, I think I'm in agreement with you. Oh, Murden, he goes Avatar just to avoid dying from the fire. So he had to kind of burn that in self-defense.
I'm interested to see how these fights play out now. Zul's taking 75% less healing on his Qs. So anytime you get hit with this Spectral Scythe, you're getting 75% less healing. It's going to make it really tough for Malfurion.
Math teacher's able to come and burn a little shield off of that. So the Immortals are just about dead even. red team's core is under attack, so watch out for that, everyone. Although it looks like it's just one catapult in that lane, not even a catapult now. They've got one coming and some minions, so other than that, it's fairly clean. You could eat off that lane in the top.
Looks like math teachers want to play a little defense. Like, thinking time to burn with this Rainer. And Rainer level 20 is a very good burner. Oh, the mosh pit. Iav gets a good warden's cage, but all her buddies are moshed.
But with the fight staying by the red immortal, it does go down with about a 50% shield, and there are a lot of low health bars on both sides. Anna, how is she still alive? She's not. But the Phoenix, I think, is going to catch Muradin. But Rainer does go down. Artana, she's got that shield. He needs to go ham right now. ETC so low.
If you're Vala, you just want to get the heck out of Dodge.
Yep.
Artana's picking up the kills.
And Kael'thas is right now thinking, okay, guys, what do? I got to defend this. It's 3v1, and they're going to just come bot. So they're going to come bot. I think maybe Kael'thas has to come back. So the top keep is gone regardless. And I think
I like this call to just let the Immortal go do its own thing. There's way too long to get through that keep at this rate.
Yep, core's down to 25%. Oh, Kael'thas goes down. That's definitely going to end the game. And that puts one on the side of the blue team. So that ties us up at 1 game apiece.
Like Derk throws these left the whoopee cushions in the teacher's chair, and they are not going to detention just yet.
You are loving this, aren't you? You are absolutely loving this.
I was born for this.
Okay, so let's come over here and let's mark that down as a win for the left team. So far, both teams that have picked the map have won the map, so it will be up to the math teachers to decide whether they want to go for the map pick or the hero pick here. So let's see where they want to go. And in the meantime, let's go back and let's take a quick look at the stats, shall we?
Oh no, I've left the screen.
Okay, so Kael'thas with 115,000 damage, 9 takedowns with 9 kills for his team, so 100% participation again. Rainer threw some good numbers up there too. Zul did die 7 times, but he also got a lot of value out of it, so I can't really fault him for that. And Malfurion, in all those team fights with all the low health bars, Malfurion did not go down once and put up 135,000 healing. So I think I'm gonna give Malf my MVP for that game. And Kael'thas shows that sometimes you put up numbers. Numbers don't matter. The only number that really matters is that 1 to 0, 1 core versus 0 core. So.
Yeah, it's interesting to see after all that team fighting. It seemed like the math teachers were being really effective in their team fights. I guess they just couldn't pull through to get the Immortals captured.
Okay, so math teachers have decided they would like hero picks, so that's going to give Derk throws of these the chance to pick a map. So we'll see where they want to go. They're huddling over it and talking about it right now. So, chat, what did you guys think of that game? Were you surprised to see the Kael'thas not lead them to a victory that game? Actually, Kael'thas and Zul still couldn't do it. So, wow. If you tell me going into a game that we're going to get Kael'thas and Zul, I'm kind of planning the victory celebration on that one. Did not work out that way. Well, we do have a short break in the action. One thing we're trying to do this year is improve our cast game at NGS. So we have a little survey. I'll put a link there in chat. If anybody wants to fill it out, feel free. You got good comments, you got bad comments, you got an axe to grind. That's where you got to do it. And we are now going to, I've been told, Volskaya Foundry.
Where can I go to report terrible puns?
I think you should just give your home address out and people should just show up at your house. I think that's what we should do.
Ooh.
And give out your phone number too. It's was it 1-900 Mix-a-Lot? Was that it?
Yeah, yep, that's it.
If you're old enough to remember that, then you're almost as old as I am. I'm throwing out the lobby link to the teams right now.
Yeah, I almost every time I'm typing this lobby link, I'm almost always hitting your match teachers.
Well, they were definitely match teachers the first game, but the second game, Derk throw these got off the mat and said, "Nope, the student has become the master." Okay, just getting the teams all set up, so bear with us for a moment. So, chat, who's your MVP for game two? Are you with me and it was Malf, or do you go with someone else there? And we're still waiting on, I believe, one member of
We need
Derk throws
one
these.
number one.
Yep, one is indeed the loneliest number, and right now he's lonely because he's not with his team. So after that game, I can't blame them if they want to maybe towel off a little bit.
Yeah, Dark is not number one in the line.
Well, captain number 5. I like that. No ego.
It's like we've got one Vala here, one vote for Vala MVP.
So someone in chat says their wife wants them to say the MVP was Malf. So
What's your opinion? Oh, it looks like Fizzle's one. He's on the wrong team. Get that guy out of here.
no, that's not a one. That's the candle.
He says swap me.
I'm going to
That's
swap him, but yeah,
that's not a math teacher.
nope. Okay, so it looks like we just have one more person to get here back into the game, and we will get started. And if you like this game, we have some other games coming up. Let's go look at the calendar here real quick for today. So we've got a game, some late games tonight. There's a 10:30 in C West, currently chasing Samro versus Can't Counterpick Stupid. And in Division B West, we have Zombie Eradication Squad versus Bronze 6. I like that name, Bronze 6. That made me chuckle very much.
Brand new ranking just for me.
I think I'd be about Bronze 17 if things were accurate, if all is said and done.
Maybe add another layer between under bronze or baser metal.
10, 10, 12. All right, teams are ready to go. We're going to Sky Foundry. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves. Let's kick it off.
Well, what do you think? Is Keltosh getting through a third time?
Didn't matter the second game. I kind of want. And maybe you get cocky and say you can have Kalthus, you can have Zool, you can have whatever you want. We're gonna beat you anyway. But yeah, not so much. There's
Yeah.
there's smack talk and there's trying to win the game, and they're trying to win the game. So Zool gotta go. That's a smart ban.
Good ban. So the map is a lot different. Zool can really cause problems in lanes a lot easier.
Crushinator, I'm looking at chat. He makes a really good point about. He says learning how to push a structure is a pretty big deal this patch. It absolutely is. As a Johanna player, I'm supposed to be immortal. Even I'm thinking twice about going in after a structure. I can't even imagine a slightly squishier tank. And Kael'thas goes away too, so they said, nope, nope, we're taking both those picks away. And we did get rid of the Maiev, a little respect there, and they took the Malfurion, so that's as good as a ban. They're taking him away, so he's very popular today. He's switching teams.
Well, you know, they banned Maiev and they banned Medivh, so it looks like they're really trying to see what else, you know, we're tired of seeing these, unusual, at least at this level, heroes here, so let's see if, we can't get chills on a hero we've seen more frequently.
See the Burden taken again. I wonder if he'll go with the same talent pick or not. I'm interested to see what his build looks like for the first three talents.
Dana also swapping teams.
We will fall
Jaina will have a lot of mana from Mouth if she hangs by him, so that's good for her. She can be a little mana starved. That might, if she's a Jaina who likes to take Fingers of Frost to get the extra regen, maybe you don't have to take that talent. Although there's other bonuses to it too, but the mana regen might not be a factor. She might take, I don't know, long range to stay safe. We'll see what the other team looks like. And Varian, we don't know what kind of Varian that's going to be yet. We won't know until level 4. And Rainer. Do you think that's as much a respect ban from the Rainer the last game, or just not wanting to let Rainer capitalize on Jaina's slows?
Could be both. Could be both. Rhaegar
Poor
not
guy.
getting into these matches.
I hope his
I believe he
contract says he gets paid anyway.
right, yeah, banned in first match. I don't believe he was banned second match, was he?
Yes, he was. I think it was.
Oh,
I don't remember who banned him, but he did appear in the ban list.
teams just hate the Rhaegar.
Right wing with a fierce Deathwing skin, and Chromie, the long distance pew pew.
Yeah, this bringing out the artillery mage just make it hard for the math teachers to get in and do damage with what they've picked so far. Has anybody got a pocket Genji?
wrath burns within me.
We see the Imperious for the stabby stab, and we see Falstad. The nice thing about taking Malf, Jaina, Varian with your top three, you've got a healer, you've got some burst, and you've got at least a potential tank. So that really frees you up. Those last two picks, it's really hard to try and choke something out with the draft because you already have all the roles covered, and then they're free to do whatever they want with the last two picks. So I assume this will be a taunt variant, but maybe we'll have to see how it goes. And the Skeleton King, Janitor Leoric.
Such a good skin, especially paired with the soap.
It
Nothing
is.
wrong with that.
It is.
Well, what do you think about these drafts?
I think with the slows from Jaina and the roots and potentially the stabbiness of Imperius, I really like the CC of the math teachers. But I think if it's just raw in your face damage, maybe that Chromie's going to be able. If the Chromie can get back and get comfortable and just poke away, she could just rain sand down upon them. And then Greymane's not a big slouch either. Um, so I think I give it to the math teachers, but it's really close. I don't think
Well,
there's a real clear winner there.
personally, I have to give it to Derk Throwseas this time around. I feel like they've got the composition to keep them at arm's length while Chromie just shells the crap out of them.
All right, so let's introduce the teams for Derk Throws These. We've got Dirk on the Gray Main, MBB 44 on Muradin, Fizzle on the Bright Wing, 19 Chills 19 on Chromie, and Root Beer Guy on Leaguework. And for the red team,
Alright, we've got Inti on Falstad, we've got Kuzan on Varian, MZ Easy on the Jaina, Cody Stark is operating our Imperius, and Riku Hime is riding Malfurion.
do you need a license to
That's your
operate an
math
Imperius in this state? Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, I don't. We haven't passed that here yet.
Okay, so the team's really respecting that center line. No one's crossing it quite yet. Minions are meeting, shaking hands at the midpoint, and we're off to lanes. So it looks like we're just going to go 1-3-1 for both teams.
A puppy says hello to everyone on the stream.
Hello, puppy. So you got Falstad versus the Orc in the top lane. I think I probably give that one to the Orc. Ooh, and with Chromie helping out, definitely. Well, maybe they are going to do some kind of rotation up here. And then the bottom, we have Imperius and Greymane. I'd probably give that one
Yep.
to Imperius a little bit, but not sure about that. Greymane's going to go back, and he's going to take that turret as soon as it pops. Might get a
Yeah, I
second one.
like that.
Yep.
I don't know if maybe Root Beer Guy got his wires crossed when he went top, or if that was always the plan, but I like to see him in the bottom lane just soaking while Greymane starts getting camps, getting the work done.
Let's pop up the talents if we have any stacking quests. Muradin did take Perfect Storm, so he'll be stacking that. Chromie is stacking her Sandblast shots. Jaina did go Fingers of Frost, so she wants the mana and the other bonus, which is, the Frostbite. And I think that's her only stacking quest, other than Jaina's usual stacking quest.
Varian picked up Overpower. That usually indicates you're going to get a taunt. Not necessarily, but usually.
They definitely got some taunt targets. You put Greymane or Chromie or Brightwing on the end of that sword, they should probably die if you're able to communicate it quickly and effectively to your team. So I'm anxiously awaiting that and see how it goes.
It is the taunt. There's no more waiting.
It has
This
been
will be
decided.
exciting to see. I think a taunt followed up by the roots could really, obviously it slows from Jaina, but I think that could be a really strong combo if they're able to close that gap.
The top camp taken by the math teachers. It will be taken by Derk throws these very shortly.
I think with a cheeky rotation, the root, Chromie goes down quick.
And I think the taunt was part of that Chromie kill. And Brightwing goes down as well. So that's a nice little experience boost.
And the Skeleton King gets called out, able to Wraith walk away.
Varian made the mistake of
capturing that top camp. Probably a good idea.
Yeah, you want to be the last one to take that camp in general if you can get away with it. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his friends with him to push like they thought they might be able to do because they had the two unfortunate deaths, so that put a cramp in those plans.
Yeah, I think, maybe overall this is going to work out for them. Now they've got top pressure. Jaina is in top lane. This gives them a 5-on-4 here at point where they could really maybe take over this point.
Oh, Coyote start coming in from the bottom where they weren't expecting him with the stab. And they do get Brightwing, and they're going to get Greymane, I think.
Yep.
Ooh, but Falstad does go down, and the Skeleton King goes down too. So that turned into a 2 for 2.
Stuns are just really brutal. I don't know. I feel like Derk Throws These has a composition built for range and just ordering, and they're kind of playing into the strengths of the math teachers.
That nice taunt there onto Brightwing kind of sealed her fate. I don't know if there even needed to be a lot of follow-up. I think Varian might have been able to just do it himself. Nice stab, nice stab.
Yeah, lots of roots, lots of stuns. The math teachers, I don't know, I feel like maybe at the moment they have a better team fight.
Yeah, I know there's supposed to be a bug that Imperius is harder to play right now. I don't remember the actual bug, but you wouldn't know it looking at Coyote Stark. He's just a beast out there. He says, "I stab you and I take your milkshake." And so far they've taken 7 milkshakes to 2. You get a stomach ache. You got to worry about that stuff. What are you laughing at? I got jokes, Wraithling. I got jokes.
Big milkshake. Maybe he's there to take the candle.
Oh, take candle. So they take the wall and they're going for the pool.
Is picking on the wrong fella.
Yep. the robot was ready to leave and go look at the pool, and the team said, "What's that dwarf doing back there?" Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, no way. Not gonna happen, buddy.
So I think they've got enough juice left in the tank here. Oh, Chromie's got someone in the time trap, but nobody got pulled. Was that interrupted or something? I heard it
No,
go
he
off.
got. It was varied. He got pulled in. He just wasn't killed. He was full health, so no death.
Normally I hear that tick, 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 and I'm just waiting for the death sound there. So nice value there. They not only get the entire front wall, but they get almost the entire fort. The pool's the important part there. And they're going to have 10 just a shade before. In fact, they have it right now. Let's pop out those talents there. While fearing going with the tranquility, so just the raw heals.
Oh, interesting. We get the winter mute out of, or the elemental out of Jaina.
Which
I
means
was
you
really
will,
expecting it.
you'll probably get winter mute at 20.
Right, yeah.
So
I
you're
was
just,
expecting Ring of Frost with all the CC they have already. Just throw Ring of Frost down and finish off the stragglers.
Varian is time looped, and is he going to get out? He got polyed, but he's able to protect right after the polymorph. And I thought he was looking at Muradin. That was probably a wise decision not to go in and taunt the big guy.
Yeah, I think Varian having that the shield wall is just gonna be so hard to get him killed with the time loop combo at this point. You know, he can just shrug off all that damage.
So for heroics on the side of Derk throws these, we've got Go Through Throat, let's blink heal, Avatar, March of the Black King, not the Entomb, and of course we've already seen Chromie. She gets hers early, so we've seen the temporal loop. Oh, Falstad. I thought he was in trouble, but he has friends. Maybe he's not in trouble. That could have gone the other way very easily.
He is the trouble.
Oh, Crushinator's telling me that with Imperius, if you hit your Q, nothing's different, but every cast of Q causes Imperius to stop and lift his spear like he hit someone. So,
Oh, okay.
so if you miss, it's a full second half stun on Imperius. Got it. So basically, if you're awesome at Imperius, you're still awesome at Imperius. If you're bad, you're even worse. So I should not play Imperius anytime soon.
It looks like the math teacher's on track to beat them to 13 for this next objective.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll take advantage of that window and try and crank up a fight right as they hit 13. They do have a fort, or pardon me, a camp pushing the rest of that top fort, so they'll have the pressure there. I think maybe they could really make something happen. They're going to have the heal camp as well. It looks like they're going to be able to take that, although Muradin's going to come in and see what's going on. And he's got 3 of his friends with him.
No, sir.
And the camp leashes.
Varian really patiently waiting for a good taunt, but his team, I think, is out of range for follow-up now.
I love that patience, how long he's able to just sit there and not do anything and get completely zen. I do not have that patience. I'm poking out, I'm throwing spells, I'm trying to make something happen. Nope, not Varian. He's just waiting. Always waiting. Always waiting.
Yeah, they got a little bit spotted there. He set up in that bush, but somehow they sniffed him out. Probably maybe just checking the bush right.
So math teacher's taking the point. They're at 25% here, and they do have that 13. Let's pop up the talents in case anyone's interested. 37% now.
Of some note, Jaina did complete Fingers of Frost a few minutes ago, and it looks like Muradin's got a Stormbolt quest completed.
Yep, she's over halfway to getting her ice block. Although if you keep killing people, you don't need the ice block, but it's really nice to have in your back pocket. So Derk throws these, taking the 2 turrets, so they'll have some toys to bring to the party. I don't know that they're going to get here in time to contest this one, but it might be good for the defense. Time loop goes off. Isn't able to take anyone down with it. Leoric did make it back up.
They went in deep to try to get a single kill. It didn't pay off. But here's the turnaround. So we've got that heal camp down, keeping everybody alive.
I think that time stop there might have saved Brightwing's life.
high quality time traps.
Did they drop both of the turrets up there, or just one of them? I think they dropped them both, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't see anybody holding one, so I'm guessing that they were all used.
All the toys have been burned up. So I would guess you'll see him take this fort because it's on the way. Maybe not, but they'll
Maybe
definitely
think
want to
better
be.
of it here.
Yeah, they'll definitely want to soften up the bottom if they can. That's where the third objective will be.
It looks like maybe they're just gonna buy time for Imperius to do that himself.
I don't know. Furion got looped, and then he got polymorphed, and then he got dead. Leoric finishes that off. He gets the primary kill, but he got some big assists from his friends. Robots coming down bot. 25 seconds of robot time left. See what they can do with it.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine they're still gonna have time to actually take out this well, but maybe they will. No, I think they've thought better of that. Would have liked to see them get that well, get ready for the next objective, but you know, maybe if they win a team fight, they can take it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, the wall is nice and open down there, so I think they can get to the wall without suffering the wrath of a structure. So I would not be surprised to see someone cheekily go after it. Imperius is going to come up here, and Leoric backs away a little bit. Probably not a bad idea because Imperius brought friends. Ooh, are they invading that camp? They do.
Just
They
a
do.
little slowly, but they were trying to get the invade.
Nice stab and a taunt.
Yeah, you know, the taunt on Muradin has worked out the last few times, but not that time. Muradin able to get away quickly.
So we should see this top fort fall here. Bang, there it goes. It's gone. The mid fort is low. I'd like to see him just come by and breathe on that fort and get that occasional catapult
Muradin
pressure.
in a bit of a tricky spot here. Muradin,
Oh,
Faustad's flown in. This is a good old-fashioned brawl here, friends.
Grayman goes down. I hear a time loop going off, but
All I
Leoric
know
is the
there's
one that ends up dead.
bodies.
Yep.
See,
Right.
and that's the kind of place where I think maybe a Ring of Frost would have been really impactful. Is there's just a ton of people piled up there. But they won the fight, so not a big deal in any event. But
Furion throwing a lot of heals out there, keeping people healthy. So 6 teams
There
are
goes
here
that
for
wall.
both sides.
Chromie in a bit
Oh,
of trouble, a lot of
ouch.
trouble. Chromie sent to detention.
I think you used that one already. You got to at least keep it fresh
Yeah.
there.
That's it. That's all I got.
So we got a 4v3 here. Imperius is up taking the mid fort. Grayman's heading that direction, but are they going to be able to save that? No, the minions take it out. And they've got 2 up on Imperius, but he's got friends coming, so they need to really think about backing up. Varian's going to come out with a taunt, and he puts Leoric on the end of it, and Leoric doesn't survive. The blink heal keeps Brightwing safe, so they're back behind the wall. The wall that's not going to be there for very much longer. We have Muradin coming in. Is he going to be able to stun someone? Is he going to be able to get cheeky here?
Does get a stun.
Yeah, 30 stacks. Not enough to put anyone down though. We're 15-3 in kills here. I'm surprised the experience is actually this close. They're up about a level and a half. So
Yeah, lots
Derk,
of just soaking the lanes from Derk Gozies, keep this even.
yeah, they've done a good job to still have 3 keeps up at this point. Heal camp goes over to the math teachers, and they are moseying down to the bot lane, and they're just going to sit on the point. They might be able to, when they get 20, they might be able to think about taking that fort out, but it's also easier just to get the robot and let the robot do it for you. You know, the easier burden of execution for sure.
And we've got a brawl stewing, waiting on Leo to get here.
Yeah, Leo's a kind of a tough spot here. Do you come in and try and help the team, or do you soak and get 20? And he's going to wraith walk through everyone. Did he take the damage reduction at 13?
He did. He took the 13-16 Wraithwalk talents.
So Greymane goes down, Brightwing goes down, Muradin, they are chasing Muradin. I think they're gonna. Nope, they're gonna
I
just
can get away.
they're just gonna get the toy. I don't think they were gonna get him. He burned Avatar to get out. So they should be able to take that fort here pretty easily.
Now if you're Dark throws these, you're in a pretty tough spot. You're down 20 talent tier, and you're looking at a robot coming in the next few seconds. What do you do here if you're Dark throws these?
Well, 20 is here. Oh, run, Leo, run. Oh, nice juke, nice juke. She missed. It's not that she misses so much as that Leo made her miss. Well played. So I think getting the top camp was good. So you force someone to deal with it up there, but you got to get 20. 20's here for the math teachers, and you're right. We did see Wintermute, and we took the upgrade to call the Wild Hammer. And what did variant take? The Moralizing Shout. And while we're looking at talents, there's a robot that's been introduced to the equation, and that robot is taking out the wall. It's down to 55%.
Yep, that robot is really taking this keep wall to town.
Yep. I see a whole lot of heroics available for both teams, so wouldn't be surprised to see something big happen here. I'm just not sure which way it's going to go.
Well, they're backing off. They didn't end up getting a keep with this robot yet, so that's interesting. I would have expected to get at least a keep down.
So they're 5v5 here with 20 to 18, but I don't think you're going to see any fighting under that keep because of the changes that happened in the last patch. They're going to come out, they're going to play the map. It's a little bit more of a straight up game now.
Yep, I think that's exactly right.
And Derk throws these, got to get 20. Sorry.
If you're the math teachers, do you even want to push these lanes in? I mean, if you push these lanes, it just gives Dark throws these a much easier soak to 20. Just kind of leave them where they're at.
There's two ways I look at that. Number one, I want to be aggressive as heck, 21 versus 19. But on the other hand, there's not a lot to be gained and a lot to be lost if you start staggering. So you do have a health camp, you do have a camp you can take and paint it red, but Imperius is on the side of just going in and getting nasty, and he takes Muradin down. He says, "Shut up, caster." It's easy sitting in your nice comfy office chair. I'm down here in the streets. I'm getting it done.
This is how we do it.
So
well, now they've got pretty well got them back against the wall. Math teachers and just taking all the camps.
If your Derk throws these, you have to be mistake-free from here on out. So the last thing someone wants to do is be the one that starts the stagger. So they might have to give this keep, maybe not. They will have 20 here in a second, and Muradin is almost back up, but I think they're going to be very tentative until Muradin shows up, and they'll have 20 by then too. So it should be here just via trickle if nothing else. Oh, time loop on. Oh, I think that was Falstad. But he is able to E out, and Leoric goes down.
What was that you were saying about some trickle?
Well, it's here, but unfortunately they only have 4 people to make any use of it.
Yep.
They've got to watch out for the rocket fish from the core here. That's the new core defense mechanic.
Core is its own new raid boss. I've heard that before somewhere.
And the math teachers have done the math, so to speak, and they've decided it's not worth it. So they're going to come up here and maybe try and get up on Greymane, but he wisely goes back. Instead, they're just going to paint the top part of the map red and take care of the wall. So Derk throws these, got to win a fight. That's just plain and simple. They have to win a fight, maybe even take 2 people out and try and flip this around. They do still have 2 keeps up, so this game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. But a robot at level 22 or 23 could make it over. So they got to clean the lanes, then get down there, fight a couple levels down, but on the same talent tier, and make something happen. It's a very tall order.
Yeah, finally Blue can get out of their fort. They've been held in between their keep walls for quite a while here, unable to leave or fight, so this is where they have to really make something happen.
I see all the heroics up except for Falstad. Jaina popped hers, Leoric goes down. No more root beer. False side misses. Did a little damage. Didn't kill anyone. But it doesn't
Very
matter. Imperius
swinging.
went in and just stabbed Greymane right in the face and said, "Sit down." I told you he
So
was from the streets.
I feel like math teachers could probably win the game off of those 2 kills, but looks like they're opting for the safe bet. Get the robot.
Yep, 2 weeks later, I'd have been a little more up in arms saying end, end, end. But right now, I'm like, you know what? Just take the robot. You know you can do it at 23 with the robot. Variance is softening up the building. Something much else to be done here, so might as well get some value. And Malfurion is just slowly getting a robot. I do not want to see him fight under the keep, though. I'll tell you that. I would definitely keep your distance and don't touch a hero where the keep can see you. Oh, murdering
Even
with a
thinking
nice
about
stun.
hitting a hero.
Uh-oh, time trap on Imperius. Is he gonna go down? That's gonna be a dead
That's it for
Imperius. He
him.
got a little too cocky there.
Well, he's maybe in the end he sacrificed himself to keep them busy. Got at the robot. See how this plays out.
So they'll be coming up the bottom lane because it's empty. And if you're in the robot, you just drive straight to the core. I would think they stop for a little bit of team fight shenanigans, but oh, maybe they want to secure some kills. Why not?
Greymane solo. Just barely getting away.
80% robot. I think you just punch the core until it dies.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, Derk throws these, trying mightily, but you're not gonna be able to kill that robot in time. So
I believe this is the end of this series, Rackham.
yes, it is. Good game to both sides. It's a very entertaining series. A lot up and down, a lot of drama. I laughed, I cried.
Exactly what you want from a good series.
Yep, I may have peed myself a little in there somewhere. So let's take a look at the stats here. So 21 to 5 as far as kills. That may be. I mean, it was a really good victory by the math teachers. I don't know if it was as dominating as 21 to 5 sounds. There were a couple times late when I thought Dirk Throsies were going to be able to climb back in it, especially when that Imperius went down. But the problem is at that point the robot was already in motion. They were going to get it. It was a foregone conclusion. So they were on the ropes a lot, but they played uh, really, um, really well
They
at the
stuck
end. Yeah,
stuck
to
to
hang
it.
in there. Yeah, lost for
Try to
words there.
play it out regardless of where it was looking like it was going anyway.
Okay, so let's come over here and let's give a point to the math teachers. And we'll see if one of them wants to come in here for an interview. So that gives it to the math teachers 2-1. Oh, I didn't even put the map up here. Once again, amateur casters. Now it's official. Now everything looks right. So thanks, chat, for coming out here. Let me see if we're done here or not. Any last thoughts while I try and chase them down, Raythan?
Um, I don't have a lot to right off the top of my head. Looking back at that game, uh, I feel like the Leoric took the Wraith package and maybe didn't use it quite as effectively as they had hoped for. Maybe if he was able to get in and shut off those damages, it turns the game. Just looking back, they were kind of in a tough spot early on. Math teachers really able to capitalize on that taunt root combo, getting lots of kills, it really put them ahead all the way through the end of the game.
And I've been told that Coyote Stark will be joining us, so we're waiting on him to. They probably threw some champagne around the locker room, so he's got to towel himself off a little bit. So we'll be waiting on Coyote Stark to be here in a moment, so he can regale with tales of their epic Week 1 victory. So
Just
there,
got out there and stuck to the fundamentals. We played a solid game.
Haas been very, very good to us. We're taking it one day at a time. Everybody gives 100%. So they're in a unique situation. They are now undefeated in the Nexus Gaming Series. Do you play next
Oh,
week, or do you just hang it up and retire at this point?
well, You gotta play. You gotta keep playing. That's the way the series works.
I think so. It's like walking into a casino when you win that first game of blackjack. Okay, do I go home now or do I stay? And you gotta stay, man. You gotta see where it goes. They
Absolutely.
they might be Division A by next season. You never know. Okay, looks like Mez is going to join us instead, or maybe we'll get both of them in here. And there's Mez. We'll pull him up in here. Hey, Mez, congratulations! Congratulations on that win there.
Hey, can you pull my other account in
Oh,
for the
yep,
one that lets
yep,
me
yep.
hear?
I just saw it. Got it. There
Hey,
you go.
hey.
Congratulations.
Yes. Their game two was really tough on us.
Yeah. So what do you think went wrong with the game two that you guys weren't able to pull out the win there?
I think their Maiev got some good pulls every fight, and then our damage wasn't targeted. Like it felt like everyone was very low, but we didn't get kills.
Yeah, we
And then
were
the Muradin was diving our backline, and our tanks were like diving theirs with less success.
yep. We were looking at that. The Malfurion really seemed like he was a
Oh
key
yes, a lot of
player
sustain.
to game two, and not able to get a lot of kills with as much healing as he was doing.
Yeah, so our game plan was just to get first pick and then pick Mouth for game three.
So,
Yeah.
were you surprised in Game Two to find yourself on the receiving end of Kel'Thas and Zool in the same game?
Wait. I thought we played Kael'thas
No,
and
no, yeah,
Zool.
yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. In the draft, you were able to pick them. That's what I meant to say. I said it stupidly.
Yeah, like we think Zool's pretty busted. We don't really have a Zool player, but we're just testing him out on our squad.
Well,
Uh,
he
and then
definitely played it well.
yeah, I think he got ganked a few times, but other than that, it's just a strong hero, I think.
So this is your first season in NGS. Have you guys done Heroes Lounge or any other competitive scene before, or is this your first foray into competitive Heroes of the Storm?
Played Heroes Lounge this season, and then we figured we'd try out for NGS at least one season as well.
Well, welcome. You guys are now undefeated. I was asking Wraithling before the interview. You're undefeated now. You've never been defeated in NGS. Do you show up next week, keep playing the season, or do you just retire undefeated?
Uh, it's tempting because I don't think it's gonna last. It really is tempting to retire.
Never know. That would be kind of a Cinderella story. They show up Division D, never lose. Then 3 years later, they're winning heroic and laughing at everyone. That'd be a great story.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're hero caliber players.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. So, looking at game three, is the taunt variant with the root follow up? Is that something you guys have practiced or done before? Or did you guys just throw it together right on the spot?
We play it a lot. We play so much that we didn't want to play it game one today. Like that is our usual comp.
Yeah, well, it was well oiled. It showed, and it worked well. You guys were able to get a pretty good lead early on with those picks and team fights you won.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of damage. Even tanks, like if they're 70, 60%, they get bursted. So it's very good for us.
Well, nobody was able to. If you hadn't done NCS and they didn't dig deep into the Heroes Zones archives, scouting was probably hard in week one. But your next opponent will get to see this, and so you might have to change that strategy a little bit. That's the downside. You have a really great comp in the first week. Might not be able to play it for a little bit, but then again, maybe you will. So hopefully you guys are able to bring it out and have some success with it.
We're gonna. We have a few more comps. We're working on them. The to be
Absolutely.
unveiled.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Okay, well, I think we're gonna wrap everything up and let you guys get back to your celebration and let everyone go play some games. Raythan, got any questions before we get out of here?
Nope, that does it for me.
All right,
All
and
right.
Mez, I will leave the floor open to you. Anyone you want to shout out after those matches?
I'd like to thank our Phil player. Uh, I think it's Enfi. Well, we're gonna add him to our team later. I'd also like to thank our healer. He's like the rock of our team. And then I'd like to thank myself for doing the most damage.
All right. Well, very good.
Right on.
Anyway,
Yeah.
once again, welcome to NGS. You guys put on a hell of a show tonight. We look forward to seeing it again.
Okay.
All right. Well, I
Thanks,
think
sir.
Good games.
that's going to do it for me and Wraithling here. So we'll let everyone go. Thanks for coming out and watching the cast. Go watch some more. There's some coming up in a little under 2 hours now. So good luck in your games, everyone.
Adios.